All right. Shh. All right, Jackie, whenever you're ready, go ahead.
A hero is defined as a person who's admired for having done something very brave or for having achieved something great. But sometimes Disney movies use this term to portray characters who have supernatural powers, just like Rapunzel with her magical hair, or strength like Mr. Incredible. Well, one does not specifically have to have these powers to be classed as a hero. A true hero possesses the traits of bravery, determination, and selflessness. Marlin from Finding Nemo fits this description as a hero and also shares the same traits as some historical figures. So first off, Marlin is seen in the movie of Finding Nemo, and his journey starts when his son, Nemo, gets lost in the ocean, gets snatched by some divers. So that's when Marlin goes out to find him. But in the beginning of the movie, he's first seen in his sea anemone with his wife and lots of kids, the eggs. And then all of a sudden, a barracuda shows up, and that's when we see Marlin trying to fight off the barracuda to save his wife and the eggs. But unfortunately, Nemo's the only egg that survives. So because of this experience, Marlin starts to be really overprotective of Nemo and doesn't really let him do anything. And so it shows that Marlin was very brave because he showed no fear fighting off the barracuda to save his family. He shares this trait with Harriet Tubman, who was a conductor in the Underground Railroad, and she helped save many slaves from slavery and took them up to Canada or other free states. So next, Marlin was faced with many obstacles, but he never gave up throughout the movie. One of the biggest obstacles that he went through was when Dory was trying to speak to the whale to find directions to Sydney, and they end up getting eaten. And it's shown that Marlin is trying to get out of the whale's mouth, but it shows no hope. And then he starts to think about Nemo, and that's when he gets his trait of determination to get out of the whale, and they do end up getting out. Next, he meets the sharks, and at first they're really nice to the fishes, but Marlin slaps Dory, which makes her get a nosebleed, and because of the blood, it makes the sharks go crazy and start chasing them. So that is when they have to run away from the sharks, and it just shows his determination. He shares this trait with Bill Gates, who struggled during his school years because he was out getting school, and he also eventually dropped out of college. But even through facing all those obstacles, he still became a very successful man. And then lastly, Nemo shows selflessness because even though at the end they do save Nemo, Dory gets stuck in a tuna net, and even though he could have just left Dory since he didn't need her anymore, he goes back and saves her. And also in the movie Finding Dory, Dory starts getting flashbacks about her parents, and she asks Marlin to help her. And since Marlin knows how it feels to lose his family, he decides to help Dory find her parents. And so in conclusion, Marlin is a perfect example of a hero and shows all the necessary traits of being a hero.
All right, thank you. Questions for Jackie? So obviously one of Marlin's most defining characteristics is that he is very, very protective of Nemo, right? And that can be looked at certainly in a couple of different ways. It can be looked at from a positive light and from a negative light. Can you comment on maybe how that characteristic both hurt things and help things for the fish in the movie?
I feel like it hurt throughout the movie because whenever they would ask for help, whenever people would tell him if he needed help, he would say no, he could do it by himself, and it just really gave off a bad vibe from Marlin. And I guess in a positive way was he was just trying to protect us, the only person he could protect from the beginning of the movie, and it just showed he really cared about him.
Any other questions? All right. Thank you, Jackie.